Welcome to The Know. I'm Brian. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. We got a lot to talk about. First up, the VIP demo for Anthem. You might remember that took place over the weekend. Well, got off to a little bit of a rocky start. Some people couldn't log into the game. That's a problem. Those who did log in were having some issues with performance as well as infinite loading screens. Now, BioWare is apologizing. In a blog post, Chad Robertson's, BioWare's head of live service, denied that server capacity was the issue. A lot of people were saying that, but he said that people's connection issues were caused by what he called a spike in players entering the game when we opened up. Yeah. That'll happen, dude. He added, unfortunately, these issues did not present themselves during our internal testing. Investigations are ongoing, and we will continue to apply fixes throughout the weekend. In a potentially bigger problem, though, some players were getting infinite load screens when they were starting missions. Robertson said they saw this only in isolated cases during internal testing and believed it was resolved. Clearly it was not, though. He added they're going to implement some fixes for that, but he did acknowledge those would be difficult and it may not resolve anytime soon. There was also a bug that had blocked people who had a certain combination of entitlements from accessing the game, and Robertson said that they believe they have resolved most of those. Going forward, they're going to work to fix the login issues as well as improve server performance. And as a thank you to VIP players, those who participated in the weekend demo will be getting an extra new vinyl when the game launches. Robertson added, we appreciate everyone's patience and sincerely apologize for those who have had issues getting into the game. We believe we've created an amazing game and we're doing everything we can to ensure our entire community can enjoy it. Now, the open demo kicks off next weekend on February 1st, so hopefully they will have at least most of the bugs worked out by then. But you know what? This is what demos are for. This is to, it's an online game. All of them have these issues, but hopefully it's going to be fixed by when the game launches on February 22nd on PS4, Windows PC, and Xbox One.
You know, one thing that I did see was once people got in,
yeah,
a lot of people really enjoyed the game.
I heard some great feedback. I'm really stoked to play Anthem. I hope it's good because I'm stoked about it. Those suits look pretty awesome.
Yeah, my birthday's this weekend. All I want to do is just sit and play Anthem all weekend.
Ah, that would be a good birthday. I miss those birthdays where you could just fucking play games.
Well, don't have kids.
Yeah, well, it's too late for that. Right? It looks like Epic Games has nabbed another exclusive for its new store. The developer of the much anticipated Metro Exodus said today that the PC version of the game will be exclusively released on the Epic Game Store, despite the fact that pre-orders had been listed on Steam previously. The game's publisher, Deep Silver, mentioned the more generous revenue split with Epic as a reason for the move. Now, you might recall that developers get to keep 88% of their game's revenue compared to 70% with Steam. 18%, that is a lot of money over time. Deep Silver CEO Clemens Kundratitz said in a release, Epic's generous revenue terms are a game changer that will allow publishers to invest more into content creation or pass on savings to the players. By teaming up with Epic, we will be able to invest more into the future of Metro and our ongoing partnership with series developer 4A Games to the benefit of our Metro fans. Kundratitz.
The directors and producers of Rooster Teeth's The Know would like to apologize to Mr. Kundratitz for the unprofessional behavior of making fun of his name. We hope to do better in the future. Kundratitz. Really?
This comes after it was announced that another big upcoming game, The Division 2, will also bypass Steam when it launches in March and will instead launch on Epic and Ubisoft stores. So Valve's definitely starting to feel a little heat. I'll bet they're having some meetings over this. Metro Exodus releases on February 15th on PC as well as PS4 and Xbox One. Deep Silver also said that it's bringing the other two games in the franchise, Metro 2033 Redux and Metro Last Night Redux, to the Epic Games Store later this year as well. Oh, and Deep Silver added that anyone who pre-ordered it through another digital retailer, Steam, will still get the game, so that is good. Dragon Ball FighterZ was one of the biggest releases of last year, and now publisher Bandai Namco is working on another game in the legendary franchise. They dropped an announcement trailer for what they're calling Dragon Ball Game Project Z. It's going to tell the story of Dragon Ball Z through the eyes of who else? Goku. In a release, Bandai Namco says that the game is currently in development by the Japanese developer CyberConnect 2, which is known for the Dot Hack series back in the day. I love the Dot Hack games, as well as a bunch of Naruto games. We don't have a final name for the game yet, but that is coming. Eric Hartness, Vice President of Marketing at Bandai Namco America, said, combining the fabled story of Dragon Ball Z with a proven video game development studio is a surefire way to create an awesome Dragon Ball adventure. We can't wait to unveil the official name for the game and share more gameplay details with players. It is coming out this year for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Now, one of the games I'm looking most forward to this year, the tactics game Wargroove, will have crossplay. The game's account tweeted the news saying, sometimes your friends aren't in the same faction as you. No need to start a war. Keep your band together with multiplayer cross-platform play on PC, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox One. So that is definitely good news, because a game like this, it's going to be a lot more fun when people from different consoles and platforms can play together, and there's going to be a lot of customization features. Developer Chucklefish said in a response on Twitter that the game will have online multiplayer with cross-platform play, local co-op, async play, and with complete rule customization. It's also coming to the PS4 at a later date, but no word yet on whether they will join the crossplay party as well. Hopefully so. The Resident Evil 2 remake has only been out a few days, already set a record for the franchise, so things are looking very good. KHIII reports that it's the first Resident Evil game to debut in Steam's top 5 most played games. The remake debuted at number 5 on Steam over the weekend. It peaked at 74,000 concurrent players, which is almost 4 times as much as Resident Evil 7, which debuted at number 19 on Steam 2 years ago and peaked at around 20,000 players. Definitely a good start for the remake. It shows that there is a lot of life left in the franchise. All right, let's finish up talking about Kingdom Hearts 3. It is out now in Japan and is coming to the rest of the world tomorrow. But when you finally fire up the game, you'll see kind of a cryptic message from Square Enix on the topic of streaming. The notice reminds us that the game is a copyrighted work. No shit. And then it goes on to say, you're free to stream the game in non-commercial context. However, using the streams of the game to primarily provide or listen to the music is prohibited even in such non-commercial context. Then it gives you a link to the game's website, but it doesn't really have any more info about streaming. Lots of people understandably wondered what the phrase non-commercial context meant. Does it mean we can't stream it on Twitch or YouTube? Kotaku asked Square Enix if average gamers need to be worried about that notice, but they didn't really give any more clarification. Still though, that has not stopped people from streaming it. There are already a ton of people doing that on Twitch right now, so we'll see if they get DMCA'd or like Square Enix acts weird, but so far so good. All right, that is all the news we've got for you today. Let us know what you think about all these stories down in the comments below, and for all your news from every corner of the internet, like this video, subscribe to the Nail.
Kundra Tits!
He was also known as Doctor, but I didn't put that in there. I don't know what kind of a Dr. Kundra Tits. Thank you for your service, sir.